can check the audio, wait for everybody to get on here. Make sure we're good to go. We're gonna have to go fast because we're burning daylight, right?
We're burning daylight.
See, it's doing it again.
There you go. All right, do we have audio?
Yeah.
We do. Sure, perfect. All right, awesome. So we are burning daylight. We got Snorty Pants here. I don't know what she's blowing at today.
She's frisky.
So we're gonna do, we talked a little bit yesterday about holding your hands up.
Yes.
So we're gonna cover that today and how we'd use that as a little bit of a training tool.
Come back here.
Come on back. And we're gonna be kind of limited to a small area because the rest of our arena is
a swamp.
bit flooded, a bit wet.
A bit. It's a lot of wet.
But we are at least outside, so we can take advantage of that. It is a beautiful day here. So,
hello everyone.
I've also had a lot of people talking about the horse show,
Right.
talking about the horse show and asking for feedback on their patterns and stuff.
Yeah.
So I will gladly do that probably tomorrow, mid-afternoon, mid-morning. I will get on live and we'll do some videos.
Watching from New Zealand.
New Zealand, what's going on? So I'm gonna get on a ride because we only have like 30 minutes of daylight.
Yeah, we have to hurry.
So make this a shorter stream.
Hey guys,
most
I'm
likely.
gonna catch you on my work break. I'll say take a break. Yay!
Nice, nice. We're gonna get riding right away.
I'm in and out. In and out. Are you saying working in this small area?
What's that?
Are you gonna be working in this small area right here?
Yeah. Why?
I just didn't know where you want me to stand.
Oh.
It's okay.
You probably have to come out the middle.
You're gonna go back in.
Let's see here. I received the spurs today. That's awesome.
Nice. Good. Good. Those were on back order for a while.
Those were.
A long while. Long while. Were the bands right? Because somebody else said that their bands are messed up. And whoever that was, did you get that fixed or figured out? Did we end up keeping those bands or not? I'd be curious to know.
Yeah, I remember who that was. I'll have to look back. Okay, let me get out here real quick.
So.
Because I can put my phone down so I can read chat.
Yeah. All right. So what we want to do is we want to talk about how to make a show horse, we're not chasing a show position, right? We've talked about that a lot in the past, but I want to kind of show you that today on this one, how she's going to go to a show position now. So now that she kind of knows where she should be and she knows like the proper position to be in for her job, where she can kind of go, that's a home base for her now. So now we spend the majority of our time pushing her away from home base and letting her come back down into it, all right? So it's not going to look like horse showing when we're training here, all right? But we want to make sure that we get her to where she goes to home base. So home base needs to be balanced and soft and supple, all right? So she's going to be a little bit pushy on me in the beginning here. I'll warm her up. And you guys hopefully have seen this warm up enough now to know what this looks like, right? And what I'm doing. So I'm going to push these ribs around. I want to get this horse up on my spur. I don't necessarily want her trotting around right there. I like to see her walk this, take her time, get up on it. She's a little rushy right there. So if she's rushy here, I know she's not going to think under saddle, right? She's not going to be using her body under saddle. So she's kind of running through this. There's a big push when I went to set her down, so we're going to push her back over. And I want her to get soft, get supple right here. Get soft, get supple. Get soft, get supple. And see, like on this horse, I'm capturing up this outside a bit more than some of these other ones, right? Like on some horses, we just leave this open. When we start teaching this, we'll leave it open, push this horse across. I want to start closing my right side and have her start getting up on that side, keep her between both feet so she can't roll her rib cage around on me, right? Do not want her rolling her rib cage around on me. Okay, so right here.
Sandy's watching while she rides.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we'll call out what we're doing.
Sandy is.
You can do it too.
Little Mishu.
Huh?
Little Mishu's drinking out of the puddle. That's sad.
So distracting.
It's so sad. There's a little cat drinking out of the puddle. Look.
So distracting.
It's so sad. Okay, sorry. We'll go back. We're ready.
So here, push this belly around. She's still a little bracy, so just getting that out of there. Now I'm gonna wrap my right foot. I want to be able to push her body up onto a line right here. Get her between my feet and have her drop her neck down. So now I want to pay attention to how she's drifting her body around when I go to push her on this line. I don't want her leaning around on me. She needs to break in the middle. Now she's kind of pulling around with her shoulders. So I'm going to back this off. I'm going to put her back in that spot. And there's my little hole right there. She says, no, I don't feel like doing that right now. So she kind of had a little fit. So we're going to come back into it. We're going to try this again. Roll my outside foot, my right foot towards you guys here. I want her to pick her body up And see, her neck is still wanting to kind of hang up in the air. So I know I'm not getting her body up to me, all right? If that neck is kind of hanging up here, I know I'm not getting that body up to me. So I want that neck kind of just there, settle down into my hands. And see, that makes a big difference when they pick that belly up and they give that to you, because then they just kind of hang down there, right? And you won't have to fight with your neck to get it to go down and stay down. It'll just kind of be there if you can get them to lift in their shoulders and lift right up under you right here, all right? They got to use that piece. If she's not using that piece, then it's not going to be any good to us when we go to drop her neck down, right? She'll drop her neck down incorrectly. So I want to be able to come here. Now that I've kind of got control, I want to be able to roll my outside foot and have her step up into my line. So I'm trapping her between my feet right here. Step up onto my line and keep your neck down, okay? And really feeling for, does this pole want to shoot up at me, right? Does that pole want to come up on me when I go to my feet? It can't come up. It can't just sling back up at me. I don't want to feel like I have to chop this neck down when I'm right here. I want to be able to loose rein, have her just sit down in that pressure, stay down in there, okay? That's much better. I'll give her a little break. I'm going to go back. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. So I'm going to come here, bend this neck around to the right. You see that little push in the initial, when I slide down that rein? I'm going to come here. I'm going to push this body out to the left. This is my right foot on my right spur. This is much more calm, a little rushy there. So shuffling her in, keeping her a little bit of contact on this left side. Don't let her get away from you on the outside, because then she's going to roll her ribs under and be all messed up when you go straight. So now I'll set her back. We'll go straight. I want her on my left foot, right up in here. This is where you'll find a lot of your over-canting issues, because you want to be able to roll your outside foot, not have everything shoot over to the right. So I kind of want her to roll up onto my line right here. With her hip over wouldn't be bad, but straight ahead with everything else. Straight with everything else in front of me, okay? Don't want her going sideways right there. And I just think that's my button when I go down the rail. That's really what you're putting on, is when you go to your foot going down the rail, what happens? And I don't want things getting squirrely underneath of me, all right? Very rarely are you gonna have a problem where you don't get enough of your hip to the inside once your horse broke between your feet. Go ahead.
What do you do when they go too low when you go to your feet? I feel like I'm constantly bumping up.
That's good. We're going to talk about that today. So if they go too low, odds are pretty good that someone dropped this horse's neck down before you got their back up, all right? So when you drop their neck down before they get their backs up, what happens is then they go way too low when you do get their backs up. So too low is a better problem than too high, all day, every day. Too low is a much better problem to have than too high. So what's going to happen next, you're going to work your hands up like this. And you want to be able to bump and bring that chin into their body. Here's where I'll shuffle my reins and bring that horse up to her body in the middle of her chest. Right? So now this horse stays down in my hands now. She puts down pressure in my hands when I shuffle. Now it wasn't always that way, right? Didn't always work that way. So I'm going to show you guys what that looked like and kind of what that process looked like as we go. So I push her over. Just make sure she's soft. Make sure she's up on my spurs here. That's that side pass, always helps you get their bodies up. Get her body up to me, up to me, up to me, up to me, up to me. Then we'll jog. All right? Now we're up in our jog. Her neck's a little bit high right here, so I'm gonna pick it up, okay? Now I'm gonna, see how she turned her nose upside down right there? I'm gonna hold as I put my spurs on. There. And see how she goes back down into my hands? That's what I'm looking for, all right? So you can use this little button on there to say, hey, you want to pick your head up? Let's pick our head up. And let's get our spurs on there. And you can kind of hold your shoulders up and let her get mad about that. Let her figure out here how to get on my hands, on my feet, right? So I'm holding my feet when I do that because we want this button to translate into riding, right? We want that holding up to translate into get your body up, get your belly up, get your shoulders up. Okay? And this is how we know this horse is not quite ready to be a one-handable horse yet, because she still follows my hands up and comes undone up there, right? But pick your hands up out in front of you. There, get your spurs on and get this horse's body up, get her shoulders elevated, and get her up under you right here, okay? But see how I take my hands a little bit wide when I do that? That gives her room to drop down. Gives her room to drop her neck into my hands, okay? So like this horse was a great example of a horse that, like, you could spend a lot of time trying to chop her neck down and force it down all the time. but because of where it ties into her back, because it ties in kind of high, she's not made to just have this down naturally. And some of you guys' horses are gonna be that way. So what we'll do is say, hey, you like to be up here? Let's be up here, let's make this our idea, right? When it's her idea, it's fun. It's my idea, it's work. So let's just pick this head up. We can push this body around underneath of it. We can say, hey, come up here, and let's hold your head up here. If you like your head up so much, let's do it. Let's stay up here. And I'll make it her idea to drop her head down and come off that pressure. All right, so I'm just light pressure up there, hold her head up until she wants to come down and accept this pressure. And just keep everything square underneath my feet, there, right? And the reason she drops in with her head is because I'm wide, right? Wider than my feet when I do that. That gives her room to drop in the middle, right? So I'll face you guys, because you can see that, right here. I pick up right here and I ride her between my feet, right between my spurs. And that's what gets her down, right? That's what puts that down pressure in my hands. That's where I want her to be, is down in my hands all the time. See that contact? You see that tighter rein right there? As she drops in, not there, drop in, drop in. There you go, there. And then contact on the reins. And there she floated my reins again. So I want her to have contact on the reins. So anytime your horses want to pick their heads up, like she likes to fold her chin in down there, and I don't necessarily want that. I want her to drop her neck down and get some contact, some pull on this rein. Get some tension in the rein. See how she always comes back up? That gets the tension away from me and doesn't let me hold her, right? So I just hold her up there, and let her come down. Let her accept that pressure. That's what I want, okay? That's what we taught Dubs how to do. He'll sometimes rip the reins out of your hands, diving his neck down, but hunting the bit is not a bad thing as long as we're bringing our spurs in at the same time, right? So this is when you have your body separated from the rest of your horse, separate their body from their legs, so you can start picking them up and getting them here and get your legs on, okay? Get your spurs on, there, so she starts lifting in the middle a little bit more, right? There's some loud cars there.
I know.
Everybody driving sports cars.
It's because it's nice out today.
Yeah. So we'll lope off. Same thing, I'm gonna hold her up. As I lope, she's gonna get all tripped up.
Ew.
Just keep driving this up, drive this up, drive this up, till she wants to come down. Drive it up, hold it up. There, that's what I'm looking for. Where in there does she say, nope, I'm not doing it anymore, and flip her head above the bridle? So I'm gonna hold her up there, and we're gonna speed up. We're gonna say, okay, let's just come up here. There. Say down in my hands. There. Let's come back up. See, that's what we get. See, we got this hole right here. So let's pick her head up above that bridle. And I just keep driving things up. There. Stay down in my hands. Stay in my reins. Stay right in there in my reins. There. There. And this is a hole in this horse that we want to get out of there. All right? So I'll hold it up. I'll drive things up.
She don't like that.
I don't like it.
Whoa, all the leads.
All the leads. And see, I just stay committed, keep my leg on, keep driving things up there. Get round. Get underneath me, get round. And she says, why are we riding in the dark? So we're gonna hold it up. I wanna get this out of there. Just squeeze my feet until she comes back down, down to earth. Hold her back up. And I'm just gonna push her up because she wants to go places today. I'm gonna say, you know what? Let's just load. Let's get her belly up. So go to my feet, put my spurs on, get this horse where she sits in my hands. There you go. And you've seen this horse go around, right? We've seen her go around cute. We've seen her drive around, look like a show horse. And sometimes...
1 second, Jeremy, I gotta back up. This thing's vibrating. Okay. I can't keep up with you.
Sometimes,
okay, that's better.
you come out here, it doesn't look like a show horse, and that's okay. Right? That's okay. So I'm gonna hold her up. But say, you know what? Let's just work on picking our shoulders and our neck up today. Let's just get up here, learn to go around, stay up. Push your shoulders over here. Hold her up.
You have a couple questions when you're done then.
There we go. Now I want to find a spot, take a break. It's going to be when she sits softly in my hands. gets her body underneath of me. She's trying to dive her shoulders around on me right there. There. I want this top line to level out. I don't want it to be her idea. So make it her idea to level the top line. There you go. Your idea to level top line out. Doesn't need to be my idea. There we go. Right here, mud puddle. There. There. Up. Good. Up. Good. Better. Good. Good. Much better. So there, she stayed down in my hands, right? She stayed closer to my hands. Didn't flip her head up when I put pressure on. I gotta have a horse that will not invert her neck on me when I put pressure on her face. Right? Good.
Okay, let me scroll down. What are you feeling for at the top before you give the release?
Her to come down, her to release into it, right? So, and remember, it's not lean forward with your shoulders. So that's why I try to stay like going where I'm going, kind of thinking about where I'm headed next. So it's not just pull with your shoulders. I'm feeling for a drop in my neck. My shoulders can't go with them, right? So she can't just drop her shoulders with them. And that's where he said, like, this is for when you have your shoulders kind of stood up already, or like our horses, we work on holding them up in the beginning to shift their weight onto their butt.
Yeah, the hard thing with Peanut is that, like, whenever you take a hold of her face, as you guys saw, like, her legs shut down. Mm-hmm. So, like, now that we kind of have, like, a home base for her and she lopes around pretty cute,
yeah,
we have to start, like, being able to take a hold of her and helping her.
Right.
And she does not like that, as you guys can see.
Yep. So remember, we talk about how you have to, whoa.
She's like, yes, she does.
We have to be able to separate our body, get our body up and back so they can always send their legs forward. And what you see is when I pick her body up like that, she shuts her legs down, gets all choppy behind it.
Yeah, she does.
She's got to learn to drive through that and stay rhythmic and consistent behind it.
Yeah.
And that's where she's not good at yet. Go ahead.
And then Kelly said, how far along should they be before you do this? And how far along is the horse you're riding?
This horse is... how far along is she?
Peanut, how far along are you?
It depends on the day.
Like, yesterday we had an awesome ride on her. She could have had on video. But today, like, she's not feeling it. She's just a horse where you take her out and she's good or she's terrible.
Yeah, like today she's mad about whatever.
Whatever.
It's late. I mean, it's 9:30 at night, so we kind of expect that. But I think with the big thing that I'm looking for is the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hold their head up, right? So if you guys have watched like Charlie or Dubs, I hold their head up and I drive their legs through. So it's all about shift your weight back, get working off your butt, and swing everything underneath, all right? And that's kind of the stage we missed with this horse, kind of something that we skipped on her that we should have spent more time doing. So how far is she? Not as far as she should be.
No.
Right? Yeah. Not as far along as she ought to be, given how long she's been trained. She's 4 years old, all right? But we've got some big holes in there. We have some foundational holes, right? Like you're seeing right there. We have horses that have 6 months of training that do this better than she does.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of it is like she's really sweet, but she does put up a little attitude.
Yep.
She does have
and
a little
she hates
attitude.
your feet on her.
Yeah, she's
right?
always hated your feet.
She's always hated your feet on her. So we kind of just have to keep that in mind as we go. We're trying to create a horse we can put our feet on. We want to get her up and with us right here because I can't get her to roll up into this with her body without getting squirrely underneath of me and start shooting things sideways. That's better. That's better. So I want her up on my spurs right here. There. There, get on my spurs, right up in here, okay? And she's got to pick up both ends. She can't shoot her shoulders sideways on me. She can't shoot her hips sideways on me, right? Good, so I'll go to the right a little bit.
So how far along do you think they should be before you start doing this?
Oh yeah, so they've got to be able to rock up and back, okay, and keep their shoulders up on their own. Because if you start doing this, when they don't keep their shoulders up, everything's gonna pull and fall on you.
Right.
So they gotta hold their shoulders back. Right? Now this horse doesn't hold her shoulders back very well, so we have to pick her shoulders up alongside doing this. Right? So that's going to be here. Keep your shoulders up right here. Turn. Lope up. And I want her to lope up into the air. And I'll hold her up as I counter-canter.
Oh, that's bad.
Bad.
That's better.
Let her go straight, hold her up as I counter-canter. To encourage her and give her time to send this right front out. So it would look like this in the beginning. Hold this up, get these legs up and open. Get this shoulder up, get that front leg out, send your legs forward.
That's better.
So picking her body up, getting her shoulders out there, so she can split her front end. You see, she hates it up there.
She does. Hi, Amanda. We can't wait to come to Australia. We're so excited.
So for her, being up was a lot of fun. Now it's my idea. It's not as much fun. So I'm just keeping my hands kind of high, keeping her head up, sending her through this little counter-canter circle here.
Woo!
And see, like this horse has got that real explosive reaction, right? She picks her head up, she's real nasty about it. Just shakes her head up there, she gets mad. I want to get that out of there. So if she wants to come down, then I just follow her down. Because I want to create a horse that rounds up. There. Come in there and get round. But see, I'm not worried about speed at all. I want round. Or driving into her body, drive into her face. Just sloping around, getting comfortable. I feel like she's starting to open her legs up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Much better up front now, there. Much better up front. But see, look how she came down into my hands. And that's her idea. Her idea to come down into my hands now. And that's really what I want.
Yeah, it's a lot better up front.
Yeah, way better. And this was, I mean, we tried counter-canter video on Peanut before. It was not pretty. So I'm just following across here, trying to keep things balanced, a big old circle. Get these shoulders to me, right? So teaching her how to split this front end and step this one around. Get your body up, right? Get this leg out here because she wants to stunt this right front. So it looks like that sometimes, all right? So hold those hands up, let her hold her head up there and she'll come down on her own. Otherwise, what that would look like on some horses is right here, trying to keep your hands low and wide, right? Trying to keep them low and wide and kind of canter around. I'll show you what that looks like with this horse and why it doesn't work. I keep my hands low and wide.
Kind of stubs her up front.
Yeah, she doesn't have time to get her shoulders up. If she's falling down, she's stumbling, and she's pulling all over my reins, she's real heavy. So that's just my outside shoulder, this left front shoulder stepping forward into this left hand. So I'm gonna say, all right, look, let's get this shoulder up. Let's lay that right front out there. So hold this up. Get it all out there. Like I said, I'm not like looking for any particular position so much as I'm trying to feel for rhythm up front. Got it. All right, so we have the ability to do that, and that doesn't look anything like showing my horse.
No.
Right? Doesn't look anything like Western pleasure. But I know that I don't love the way she goes to the right.
Right.
I don't love the way she is up front to the right. So I combine that with this to say, I don't like the way she goes to the right, and I have this big hole right here. I have this big problem. So I can come back and say, hey, that's a big hole, that's a big problem. Let's get comfortable there. Let's learn how to do this so that we can go straight and look prettier. Go ahead.
I have a really dull horse who wants to suck back when I tried to drive him forward at the lope. He wants to go slow but gets trashy, and then he picks his head up. Any advice? Walk and jog is sweet.
So a lot of people ask me that question, and it's a double tap is what we call it when we're loping, right? I can't really do it on her But what it would be is you'd be loping around. Let me go to the left. So you're going around, lope over here. So, and then I go here and I go. Well, 2 taps on the inside leg.
Here, let me get close to you quick.
Let me be able to see it. Loping around, right here, tap, tap. And see how it picks her body up? It really picks her legs up. So you guys horses that are dull and lazy, get them up here.
Wait.
Get them back up to where they're athletic and working.
Do it one more time.
Right, I can't, she's gonna buck me
Oh,
up.
she buck you up.
Right here, tap, tap. Yeah, see?
Woo!
Body up. Real easy. This horse obviously doesn't need it because she's got engine for days.
She does have engine for days.
But that's what you do is you double tap that. So you're loping around, just forward, back, tap, tap. Just.
Yep.
And like you use the side of your foot if you want. I'll do it at standstill so you can see it. So right here, like we normally ride like this, right? So I'd be loping around, if this is my right lead, take your outside foot, hold it on, keep everything going to your right lead, and just take this leg and go this way, this way. Just like that.
Yep.
All right? And I promise you they'll pick their body up.
Yeah.
All right, so you just double tap that and say, hey, stand up, right there. But see, it's pretty quick. It doesn't have to be real hard, but it does have to be fast.
No, you don't need to like wind up and do it.
Don't come out here. If you come way out here, they're gonna get bracy on you,
Yeah.
right? So you take that leg really far away, they're gonna get really bracy. But if you keep it close, you double tap them, then they'll pick up most of the time. Most horses will.
We're riding in the dark.
We are riding in the dark. Is it good on camera though?
Kind of.
Dark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But so we can do that, right? We can do all that running, but Peanut and I still have home base. And we can always come back to slower rhythm and go around here, right? And that's the advantage of getting her broke and learning to stand her shoulders up on her own. So we can do all that running and never lose that home base position. And that's about as slow as she wants to go today.
Yeah, she doesn't want to go slower than
It is
that.
dark, so I don't really care, right? All I care about is this horse coming out here, getting a workout, letting me handle her, getting some tools put back on.
This is like usually she's pretty feisty like this. So it usually takes us a little bit to like get her to calm down and be workable.
Yep.
So you guys get to see that.
I mean, this is usually what we deal with, and that's why Peanut's taking so long, because she's very feisty.
They said you can see your shirt.
Yeah.
We're sorry, guys. These barn hours they're struggling. Like we're struggling with this.
Yeah.
We're trying to go live, and we had to work all the horses today, and
Yeah.
we're
We
trying.
were limited because we didn't have anywhere to ride.
Yeah, it's super wet. See.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So.
Regular snaffle. Yeah, this is a D-ring snaffle. We're gonna
D-ring twist.
go to Millbrooks tomorrow. Maybe we can go live and talk about the bits. We're gonna look for some bits tomorrow at Millbrooks. Some more D-ring snaffles.
Yep.
And see what we
Kinda
can
go from
find.
there. I knew we had about 30 minutes of daylight.
Yeah, it's 30 minutes now. Yeah.
Yep.
We appreciate you guys. We're trying.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a better video, but we had to come on and say hi to you guys.
Yeah. I mean, we were still riding. It's 9:30, so at least we can figure we go live.
Yeah, I figured go live and say hi. What would you guys like to see though? We need some ideas. What are you guys struggling with lately? Anything, or having really good ponies?
Well, no, we've got a couple people talking about nervous horses still. We're
Yep.
gonna cover that. And unfortunately, I don't have anything that's super dull that I can show you the double tap on. Every horse that I have right now is kind of reactive.
I say yeah. Charlie's kind of reactive. The only one that'd be not reactive would be Marley, but Marley's retired, so.
Yeah. So I mean, if we double tap any of these guys, then they're gonna run away on us. But so this, like what we're doing right here, it's just another way of going around some horses, right? So just kind of add it to your toolbox. It's not something we use all the time, but it is something we'll put on there to say, hey, look, we got a problem where we can't get this horse's head down. Just hold him up and say, hey, you want to hold your head up, let's hold your head up. And see, she doesn't want to hold her head up anymore. She likes having it down. So now I can put some pressure on, and this horse will stay down in my hands. That's really what I'd like to see, right? And you see how it's like she's dropping her neck down, but her shoulders aren't going too. You can't have a horse that you put pressure on, their shoulders, everything push through you and lean through you.
Right.
That won't work.
I'm gonna look at your spurs real quick. You can read some comments.
You what?
They want to see your spurs.
Oh.
They're I like this.
Yep.
They like come up and then they arc down.
Peanut started to blend into the ground.
I know.
Yeah.
Horsemanship turns.
Horsemanship turns. That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. Love your videos. Thank you. Thank you so much, Vicky. First time viewer. Welcome, Tara.
Welcome.
See an orb in the ring. Someone's with you. Oh no. Tonight, dinner and drinks on the beach in Florida. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm jealous.
What type of spurs? These are spurs that we recommend for everybody. Exercise for improving giving the hips, doing lots of hip trauma, but super dull bottom, fixing when it's chomping at the bit. I think the biggest thing about chomping a bit is usually that means they're not real comfortable in your hands. You need to handle them more, right? But like for us, like you've seen here, we're not chopping, right? We're not like banging on their face. We rub, mash, and roll. Everything we do, rub, mash, roll, okay? No jerk and pull with these guys. That'll make them chomp at the bit pretty quick.
We can do the one that roots out the nose like Dubs.
Yeah.
He does that. That'd be a really good one for you.
Do you ever share trail practice? Okay, Lisa, a lot of people have asked for trail. A lot of people. We have a couple problems with it. One, we have just such green horses.
Yeah.
And we're busy fixing things. We don't have time to teach trail, right? And we have too many. I look at it and I say, my horses are not crazy rhythmic and balanced yet, right? We have a lot of holes in our horses where like they come to us from different programs and they just aren't balanced and rhythmic. I think if you spend time getting your horse balanced and rhythmic, trail is very, 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 very easy, all right? That class is not that difficult if your horse is balanced and rhythmic. If you're trying to take a horse that is not balanced and rhythmic through a trail course, you're making that course way harder than it has to be.
Right, I
Way
agree.
harder than it should be,
Yep.
right? You're adding so much difficulty to that course because now you have to ride and not be able to plan where your horse's legs are going.
Right, and you can't really count rhythm or stride or anything like that.
So I really want to stress to you guys, like, this is fundamental foundational stuff that they have to have in order to do any class. This is not being a pleasure horse.
Yeah, I feel like if they all have a good foundation and they're balanced, then any class you put them in is going to be easy for them.
Yes. More on horsemanship, how it's scored. That'd be a good one.
That'd be really fun. Lead changes.
Flying lead changes, yes.
I would
Lead
love
changes
that.
for Arabian.
We did some on Enzo today, so we'll have to do a video on Enzo doing fine lead changes.
Yeah, we can
He's
do
a
changes.
beautiful changer.
He's a gorgeous changer. So yeah, that'd be a good one because then it'll dry up a little bit. We can ride outside and get some changes on him.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
that'd be really fun.
Because we haven't done any lives with Enzo doing changes.
No,
You guys have seen some changes on Instagram, but never some lives.
no, and he's a beautiful changer.
Yep,
We'll have to do that. That'd be really fun.
that'd be really fun.
We were gonna have a barn party tonight, but as you can see, it's drenched. So we're gonna have our barn party tomorrow. So maybe I can just turn it on without them knowing, and everyone will just be riding.
Set it up in the corner. You guys can watch in on our lesson.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. We're gonna have Kelly, Diana, Hannah, Holly, me and my mom, Jeremy. So maybe there'll be a lot of horses out here
A
riding.
lot of horses riding around. Really fun.
So we can maybe set up in the corner if you guys would like to watch.
Yeah. But like, and this horse is a great example. Like, she's been great all week. Terrible today.
She's bad today.
Terrible.
She's bad.
But like, I'm not worried about it because as long as I don't set myself back on these horses, especially these mares, right? As long as I don't come out here and just tear a bunch of stuff up, then I know she'll come out tomorrow and she'll be good.
She was so good yesterday. I even rode her.
Yeah, I used to go yesterday. Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe I broke her.
Maybe you broke it.
I broke her.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah, that'd be really fun. So we can just sneak this up and set up in the corner.
They would never know
You guys can ride around.
unless they're watching. Shh, don't say anything.
That'd be really fun. You guys can see us working with them. Because we're going to do some lunge line stuff. That one would be a good one to video.
Yeah.
Doing the lunge line stuff. That'd be cool to watch and teach others. Yeah.
Do you have a private message to ask questions?
Yeah. Send us a message here, Kelly. We'd love to help you out. And for everybody that, I don't know if a lot of people have watched the horse shows I've been judging lately or seen the placings and messaged me. I'll get back to you guys. A lot of people want to know what they can do to improve or why certain horses beat them or whatever. We can definitely go over that. That'd be good.
Uh-oh, Kelly knows.
Kelly knows.
You don't know Kelly.
Like watching critique review videos. Yeah, we're gonna get back to that. We just kind of get stuck with these barn hours because now we're gonna go home and make some dinner. It's gonna be midnight.
Yeah, it's so hard.
So we're trying to figure out a good schedule for this deal. Hopefully in 2 weeks we won't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be lifted and then we won't have to worry about it. But yeah, that'd be really fun tomorrow to go live for a little bit while you're coaching.
Yeah, that'd be really good. Yeah, don't tell anybody, Kelly.
Shh.
You won't love that. Yeah, that'd be really fun. Yeah, so all right, it's dark. All you're gonna be able to see is my teeth here pretty quick.
You can, in her little
And
blaze,
Peanut's blaze.
in her
Yeah,
little
yeah.
socks.
So that's just a short video. We'll do a longer one on this. We'll do a little bit more on it when we can actually use the arena and not be such a small area here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just want to log on and say hi to you guys.
Yeah, but thank you for being here, you guys.
Yes.
Come
Enjoy
to
your
New
Friday night.
Zealand. We will come to New Zealand.
Yes.
I'm already looking for outfits for Australia.
And then we will, when we get home tonight, it might be kind of late, but we'll post the winner of the 4-lock challenge.
Yes, there's so many pretty 4-locks. I thought Peanut had a good one, but I'm like, wow, we don't do a good job.
Yeah. We got work to do. So yeah, but all right, that's good. That's good for tonight. It's getting dark.
Yes.
We'll call it a night there.
Bye, everyone. We love you.
Stay
Thank
safe
you for
out
being
there.
here.
We'll see you next one. We'll be back probably tomorrow. And maybe if I can sneak something in during the day tomorrow to critique some viewer videos, because I'm so far behind on those. We have a lot to do. So maybe it'll have to be during the day.
Yeah, perfect.
Or I'll just record something and then post it. One
Yep.
of the two. We'll figure it out. We'll try to work this out.
Perfect.
We'll make it happen. All right.
Bye,
Stay safe.
everyone.
We'll see you tomorrow, guys.